Hey guys, Monochrome here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Genuinely good to have you. Today we're taking a look at an extremely popular knife, especially on YouTube. I'm actually blown away as to just how popular this one is. This is the CIVIVI Yonder. Now, I don't have a ton of experience with CIVIVI knives, but I do own a handful of them. And overall, I am very impressed. These are technically budget knives, but for some, it might be a little bit out of their budget. If their patterns look familiar, well, yes, these are closely associated with WE knives. And I think it's fair to say that CIVIVI is their budget line. And yeah, CIVIVI Yonder. This is something that you can buy at Wal Mart, and it comes in a blister pack. No frills, no. If you want frills, you're going to have to buy it at literally any other place that sells it. And you get quite a few frills, including a nylon watch taco that, well, since the knife comes inside of it, I guess it's technically a knife taco. And you get stickers of knives. Yeah. Honestly, unless you really want a nylon taco, I would suggest buying this knife and certain other CIVIVI models at Wal Mart. Save yourself some money. But let's take a closer look at this knife. Here it is in the closed position. Let's start back here. You get a reversible, very low profile pocket carry clip. And at first, well, the clip itself, low profile, black, that is going to be ideal. Especially if you're an average guy and you wear black pants. The fact that this is low profile, black, this disappears at the very top of your pocket. Your pants are black, the clip is black, it goes all the way to the top. No portion of the handle is showing. Absolutely invisible clip to the top of your pants pocket. The problem is it's too short. Yeah, it's too short. Look at this clip. It is just way too short. Now, usually when I EDC a knife, not for review purposes, not for the channel, although I have reviewed it, it's usually my Gerber Zilch. And the clip on that one is quite a bit longer. The problem with a short, stout clip is that because of the short length, these type of clips tend to be ridiculously tight. Now, I can easily get this onto my pants pocket seam. Pulling it out is a headache and a half. Why? Because the clip is too short, too tight. If CIVIVI made the clip a little longer, it wouldn't be as tight, and yeah, it would be a lot more user-friendly. Absolutely. The other problem is, normally when you have a low-profile pocket carry clip, the company making the knife will put a lanyard hole, maybe right about here. Yeah, this thing right there, that's not a lanyard hole, no. This one right here, that tiny thing. A lanyard hole right here would be great because you could put a short length of black paracord that again would match the clip and your black pants, and you could draw the knife by gripping the short length of paracord and pulling it out of your pocket, which would help because again, this clip too tight. But check out what CIVIVI did. They did give you technically a lanyard hole. They put it on the clip. They put it on the clip, which means if you want to put a short length of 550 paracord through there, maybe gutted 550 black paracord, you're pulling not on the knife, but on the clip. Yeah. You do that enough times and you're going to see that clip deform. Absolutely. So, yeah, very poor placement of a lanyard attachment. There should have been a hole right about here. Let's take a look at the handle scales. These are micarta, and they look a bit rough. They look a little bit aggressive, and you're probably thinking, hey, that's great. When I do pull it out of my pocket, oh, and by the way, have fun pulling this thing out of your pocket for any sort of mundane chores because there's nothing to grip onto. Literally. Low profile, no lanyard hole, no actual lanyard hole that you can put a lanyard through. This thing is a pain in my backside pulling it out of a pocket. It is. And that is something that surprisingly no other channel, and this thing is wildly popular on YouTube with channels that do knife reviews. Funny how no one mentions what an absolute pain in the backside the CIVIVI Yonder is to pull out of a pocket without a lanyard attached. Yeah. Like I said, guys, blatant honesty. If you want fluff pieces, go to those other channels. But okay, again, let's go back to the micarta scales. And again, looks rough, looks good. It's like, hey, this is great. I pull this out of my pocket eventually, and I'm going to have a nice, somewhat rough, textured surface to hold on to. And no, you're not going to have that. You are not getting that on this knife. This looks somewhat rough. It looks a little aggressive. It looks like it would be grippy. It's not. This is literally the smoothest micarta handle scales I have ever encountered in my life. And I'm not even being sarcastic. I am amazed that these handle scales are so smooth, despite the way they look. They look grippy, they look a bit aggressive. No, these are smooth. These are smooth. How smooth are these? Tiny bit grippier than polished stainless steel handles. I am not even joking. These micarta handle scales have been polished too much. Too much. They're smooth. Now, some people might love that, but they are seriously too smooth. CIVIVI polished the handle scales until they became smooth. And there's another issue with this knife. The handle is short. As a matter of fact, one place where I found this for sale actually said that the handle is designed for people with little hands. Yeah, that was part of the description. Designed for people with little hands. Well, congratulations, mission accomplished on that. Guys, Here's the thing. One of the best ways I can describe this knife overall is just a bit too short. When you look at this knife, keep in mind those words, just a bit too short, because that's what you end up with. I mean, designed for people with little hands. Who is this knife made for? Who? Maybe extremely petite young women who have hands smaller than mine. And keep in mind, guys, I wear large size gloves. Large size gloves. So this is made for people who have hands smaller than that. Yeah, very little hands. I don't want to say it, but what the heck? Did CIVIVI make a knife for children? I mean, obviously not. But I guess if you're a very petite young adult woman with very tiny, soft hands, here's your knife. Seriously, here's your knife. I mean, I don't know what to say. Yeah, I'm not going to make a joke about little people. I'm not. But the description over at one very well-known and respected online shop that sells knives literally said this was designed for people with little hands. Literally. That's what it said in the description. Oh, by the way, this model was designed by Zac Whitmore. I've never met Mr. Whitmore. I've never seen him in a video. I'm guessing he has very small hands. I don't know what to tell you guys, seriously. Overall, just a little too short. Perfect description of the handles, the clip. I mean, ugh. But okay, let's head on over to the lock mechanism. Shades of Benchmade. CIVIVI, yeah, the lock mechanism, crossbar lock. And as you can see, it goes to the other side. And it's a good thing that this is the lock mechanism because, oh my goodness, those thumb studs, yeah, they're worthless. Those thumb studs on both sides are right up against the handle scales. Every time I've tried to flick this knife open, it goes, yeah, halfway, maybe a little more, but never all the way. So the best way to open this knife is literally use your index finger and your thumb, pull back, and a bit of a wrist flick. And of course, because it's on camera, I failed to do that the first time, although it usually does work. By the way, there's the blade shape, and it's a Spey blade with a rather wide tip. Guys, there's a reason why Spey blades are normally on traditional Stockman knives with two other blades. And there's a reason why the Spey blade is usually tiny. Now, this blade is just a hair under 3 inches, which thankfully will make it street legal in a lot of jurisdictions in America. If you're in a different country, be sure to check your local laws and the laws of your nation. But yeah, I tried opening a very large blister pack with this knife, including initially piercing the pack with that rather wide tip. Yeah, it did not go well. Seriously, my Gerber Zilch, with its significantly narrower blade and narrower tip, is able to easily puncture the plastic on a blister pack and open it up easily. This thing, no. If you're looking for a knife that's really good at opening up blister packs, avoid this one. Yeah, it was just a horrible experience. I mean, yeah, a Spey blade, there is a reason why you don't see this blade shape on modern day knives, and certainly not by itself. I mean, there is some belly to the blade, but this Spey blade, no, just no. Not for most purposes, and certainly not for opening up blister packs. Now, here's the finish on the blade, and you might see a tiny bit of discoloration. Well, I was trimming very long aloe plants. And yep, aloe vera. So that's the aloe vera after I wiped it off. But again, this is technically a budget blade. It's meant to be used. When it comes to trimming long aloe plants, yeah, it performed rather well thanks to that belly. The tip was a letdown. There is a bit of jimping over here on the forward top portion of the handle, and a little bit beyond that here on the top rear portion of the blade. And the jimping is in absolutely the wrong spot. Seriously, you hold this and you place your thumb down, your thumb is coming down before the jimping begins. Why is it back here? No one's going to hold this short-bladed knife like this. I mean, come on, CIVIVI. The jimping should at least extend almost all the way to the tip if it's going to be functional. But it's okay because the jimping isn't really functional. It's too shallow. It's pretty much just there for show. Just for show. And there's another problem. This one is with the lock mechanism. Because I live in a jurisdiction where technically gravity knives are illegal, but the wording of the law is just vague enough that a lot of common knives fall under the heading. Plus, we have idiot police officers in my neck of the woods who will take a knife and they will do wrist flicks. And if the knife opens up, oh, illegal gravity knife, I'm going to have to confiscate this. You're going to get a fine, or I'm having a bad day. Turn around. Yeah, you're going to jail. And I'm confiscating your knife. Look, if you have to flick your wrist in order to get the blade to pop out, yeah, that's not a freaking gravity knife. But you have to keep in mind what the practice is in your jurisdiction when it comes to police officers. Because being able to flick a knife open, if that's considered the test of a gravity knife, yeah, there's a problem. The good thing is with this cross lock, there is no way this blade is coming out with a wrist flick. No way. This thing is firmly in there. That cross lock in the closed position does an excellent job of preventing the blade from coming out with a wrist flick. The problem? If you get an intelligent police officer who knows what he's looking at in terms of the lock mechanism, and gravity knives are illegal in your jurisdiction, well, let me show you the problem with this. Again, forefinger, thumb, pull back. Don't touch the blade. Yeah. See that? The blade came out. I pointed this down. I pulled back. Both sides on the lock mechanism. The blade came out. And some of the times it locks open. This technically could be classified as a gravity knife in certain jurisdictions based on the wording that bans gravity knives. Oops. Yeah. You have to be aware of that, guys, because although this will easily survive an inertia wrist flick, an officer who knows what he's doing, he's like, yeah, the blade came out using just gravity. Yeah, that is not good. No, that is not good at all. I'm sorry. You can get the Yonder with different handle scales, even a shiny blade, but it's plain edge only. I honestly don't remember if I said this before, but guys, as usual, specs in the description box below. Check that out when the video is over. I mean, the Yonder is a good knife. I do recommend, if you've decided to get one, go to Wal Mart, pay less. You really don't need all those frilly extras that come with this knife from other sites that sell it. Just go to Walmart, save yourself some money. My particular version, black blade and green micarta scales. Now, I'm not sure how many different versions Walmart sells. I do know they sell the black blade with the black handle scales, but if you want one of the other color combinations, you might have to buy it online from a different place. The problem with this knife is that during the past year, and especially the past few months, every single channel that covers knives has been drooling about this thing, how wonderful it is, how great it is, and not one of them have ever really given it a proper review. They haven't. I'm sorry. And guys, that's the difference between my channel and theirs. If you just want to see some cool pics or cool videos of cool knives, yeah, check out their channel. You want an honest review that shows you all the shortcomings? You check out mine, not theirs. You check out mine. Because yeah, this thing is not perfect. Not even remotely close. It's a good knife, especially if you have tiny hands, but it's not perfect. This gets a conditional recommendation. If you want one, yeah, grab one, head to Walmart, save yourself some money. This thing is not an innovative masterpiece like the Buck 110 when it came out, or the Spyderco Police model when that one came out. It's not. I don't know why all these other channels are drooling over this knife. It's a good knife, but it's not a great one. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please stay safe. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon.